Hello, it's Max from Isolation Game, and today we're moving on with my project in Dreams, which is called Return of the Space Invader for some reason. Last time, with help from a wonderful Twitch user by the name of Dr. Babooner. Yes, Dr. Babooner was great. He helped me very much fixing my bugs with movement that I made, movement logic that I made for my big ship. This is a working title. I believe no one will even know that it is a big ship when they will use it. But anyway, this amazing logic was achieved with Dr. Babooner help, and now I believe I can move to my second phase of work, because now we have an enemy which we can shoot down, and we also can move the ship to the left and move the ship to the right. And it is, I guess, and if we're moving, we don't interrupt each other. Every movement is blocked until it is finished, and that is amazing. So now I want to try and make some gameplay out of it, because for now it's only an idea in my head. So let's try and make a first wave of Space Invaders here. Which our ship can shoot. Okay, let's check out how it works. Now I can see that the movement of the ship is very small, so we have to fix that first. The movement is done through changing variables on this mover variable with variable modifiers, and it changes the speed of velocity of movement, forward speed velocity. And so now what I want to do is I want to increase the movement for, I think, 15. And then decrease it to 5. and then to 0. Before changing it on both microchips, let's check how it moves to the right. Still pretty small, yeah. Also, right now, as you can see, the overall animation of the ship movement is not ideal. But this I will also modify later because I really want to make it smooth and feel cool. So for now 15 is also a very small, so let's be big boys and make it 25, and then this one will make to 10. And check. Well, now I guess it's fine to move. Okay, I guess I like these numbers. So let's change the same for the right movement. I guess it was 25, yeah? And 10. Let's check. Okay, this is something. So now let's make maybe a second wave out of it. Let's group those guys and then copy the group. Okay, this is already something, but now I need them to die because I don't want them to stay in the scene. I guess I need to delete those again. Or even ungroup. And make a destroyer for this guy. Well, it's affected right now, so I guess I need to make some sensor and trigger zone. If they will hit the trigger zone, they will die. So I need now to no, I didn't want to scale. I didn't want to scale the zone. It scales the zone. That's bad. Okay. We'll leave it like this by now, for now. So when detected, we'll send power. and it will detect labels. No, not labels, tags. It will detect, and we need to put a tag here also. So we'll put a tag on this guy, and we'll call it invader. So this one will detect invader. So if invader is detected, it will die. So let's check. Shoot. And now what we see here, it dies. Perfect. So it's not in the scene anymore, and we can spawn more, not being afraid that we'll overflood the memory. Also, it would be cool to randomize the color of the spawning enemy. But for now, let's keep it like this. Okay, so now we'll clone them again. Let's turn on the grid snap. It will be helpful for now. Maybe more space between them. Not to shoot both lines at once. Sorry, some messaging. I should make some measurements. But okay, this placement is actually only for testing purposes. So I'm not being too accurate. Let's check how big is my def trigger. Oh, it's big enough. Okay, now let's group those suicide commandos. Oh, no. Group before making a copy. My main goal here is to make the shooting fun, because many times I noticed that what's happening? How did they all manage to die? Oh, I didn't. Why is that? Why they all die? Or become hidden? Ah, they are not connected. So when you're cloning, they are not connected to the trigger. They are already dead, and I should connect them all manually. There must be something, some other way to do so, because connect every enemy to the detection zone would be pretty stupid. They all just die, but they should die only when they cross the trigger zone. Maybe we can do that also through changing variables. Not by connecting to the zone, but okay, let's try. Now we have this dev zone connected, and when it's disconnected, this guy just dies. But if okay, let's make a microchip for that. If my god. So if this one is for hit detector, we can use this one as well. We don't need to make a new one. We'll just give some time to it here. Put some place. Oh, there are also two of them. One was hidden. Можно говорить, да. Я не настолько. Нет, нет, я записываю.
Ну да, это ж не обманываешь. Дичком нельзя? Нельзя? А может быть, давай такие видео записывать?
Давай.
Не подходит?
We've got a monkey here.
Там не русский.
Yes.
Ладно. Как-то я писинка. Развали тебе весь мир.
А поставь, пожалуйста, обратно в холодильник Кока-Колу.
Ой, это мне. Представь себе. Поставлю. А ты куда переливать будешь? В мой стакан?
Если ты принесешь еще один, мне это будет
Ну,
отлично.
на, это тебе тогда.
Поставь в холодильник обратно. Okay. I believe the destroyer is still destroying, although I don't see any connection for some reason. And if I connect it, nothing really happens. Let's check. Oh, it destroys. It works. Okay. And now we need a variable. So a variable that will power the destroyer. So now if we change the value to 1, it works. Okay. And now we need a variable modifier. That will be activated by the trigger zone. Maybe, just maybe, we don't need this modifier here. This should be a universal thing, because we need this modifier to work for everybody. So for every enemy. So when it is triggered, it powers up the modifier. Let's zoom in, and the name of the modifier will be def. So the name is def, so it's giving it a 1 instead of 0 when it detects it. Yeah, perfect. To check this out, let's use a switch, turn it off, turn off the switch. Oh my god, 2 switches. So we'll turn it off now and connect it to the modifier. So let's start the time and turn on the switch, and it dies. Perfect. Everything works. So now when it is detected, it dies. And I believe that because we're using this one modifier, and if we will, let's close this guy, and if we will copy our enemy, they will let's do the switch again, not to start the gameplay, it's too complex. Let's check with the switch. So I believe that if we'll start the time and turn on the switch, they both die. Perfect. Perfect. Now this should happen when they will be detected by the trigger zone. That means we will be perfectly fine spawning more enemies when the first line of enemy will die. Okay, so now we can align them with the grid, make some space, and make another test placement. I still sometimes fight the controls. It's a miracle how they manage to put so complex controls into joypad. No, not ready to copy, but to group first and then copy. Let's see how this looks. Oh my god. Ah, they all die when one dies. That's bad. Now I have to think of something, some logic for that. Would be pretty stupid to connect each enemy to the zone. I wonder how to make a logic that will let others live while one of them dies. So it must be something more than just a variable to change. They should change name. So until they cross the zone, they should all have different names, and when they cross the zone, the name should be the same. How to do that? That's a question to think about. Okay, for now we can leave it as it is. And connect them to the trigger zone manually, just for the test purposes. Oh, it's already there. Wrong dude. Well, it's pretty stupid what I'm doing now. I still want to check and have some idea on what the overall gameplay will be in the end, because that's what I've never done, and that what interests me the most in Dreams, to try to come up with the new types of gameplay. At this stage of this developing this game is pretty early. but placing those enemies gives me a glimpse of what it will look like. Still, this graphics and logic memory is so small for now. I'm happy with it. I guess I should just open this up. Yeah. That would make things much easier. Yeah, I want to make 3D Space Invaders. That will be controlled from the cockpit of a ship. Oh my god. They are all dead again. I've got some issues with dying enemies right now. And I need to remove tags. They all should come with different tag, don't they? Or just without any tag, because they all die when they detect one single tag.
Почему не видно?
А с опозданием, потому что. Но ты просто не туда смотришь.
Я видела себя, как я пришла. Это очень Я хохочу.
You can practice speaking English with people.
Me?
Yes.
Oh.
Because they can hear you too.
I understand.
They can answer you, but with the chat.
Where is?
There is, yeah.
I don't understand what is Space Invaders.
That guy was asking me. You can say hi and maybe they will answer. You can come to the camera and say hi. Say hi.
Hi. Зачем им это? Они за тобой следят? Hello! Меня так не видно, и так не видно, и так не видно. Никак не видно. Реально с запозданием.
Здесь нет, а тут да.
Ну почему так?
Ну
Это
потому что
как
это
программа?
стрим.
We are from Russia.
Moscow.
Russian language.
Yeah, it's Russian language.
Я же могу спросить, откуда он?
And where are you from?
Я просто спрошу себя and you. Это же тоже котируется?
Weather is perfect. And
Hot.
very hot now.
Блин, реально? А чё, ты как в доме 2, короче, живешь, я поняла. Дичь какая-то.
Great. How is it there right now? I was passing Pittsburgh a couple of times, but never been in the city. Whew, I finished. I think I did, but I was, it was like 20 years ago. 20 years ago, too much. I don't remember. I don't remember lots of it. Let me check the map. Maybe I'm wrong and I'm lying to you and I've never been there, but I guess I did. Oh yeah, I was passing it. My uncle and aunt, they live in Jersey, and we've been moving by car through Pennsylvania down to South Carolina, and I believe we did pass Pittsburgh, but I don't remember a thing. Yeah, beautiful tunnel. I rode around 18,000 miles in US, and it was beautiful. Yeah, beautiful entrance. You're lucky because you have a wonderfully beautiful country, and it changes vastly from very different views and climates, and it's beautiful.
Я же теперь это все понимаю. Мне же по голове получишь.
My wife says that we also have same big differences, but the problem in Russia is that we're not covered with roads as much as US does, and we can't reach it that easily as you do. Yeah, people everywhere take for granted what they have. Okay. What's wrong? Everybody's dead again. Those guys are not, for some reason. What is wrong? Why is that so? Why don't it copy? I understand now the problem. For some reason, it doesn't copy connections from the detector zone to the destroyer, and that's strange actually, because that would be cool if that would be done, but to connect them all hand by hand, that's okay. Now we can kill this one, move, and kill this one, move, and kill this one. This is still clunky as hell, but I'm just testing. Now I know a problem I need to solve. I need to solve the logic with those guys dying to be able to somehow connect. Thanks, yeah, it's still in very early stage, but I want to make them like spawning lines, and some of them giving power-ups for you to be able to move forward and move to further lines, and then maybe some boss in the end. But for now I'm trying to solve the problem with them dying. and I think I need to read and take on some tutorials on how to make them have different label before they cross the line, not to connect them to the trigger zone every time, but for them to be connected. So I think I'll finish for today. Thanks for watching and nice to meet you. Stay tuned, and I'll add you and watch what you do later. Thanks, bye bye.